The night London sparkled again. It started with a message that simply read, "Tonight?" No explanation, no details, just one word, and somehow that was enough. By sunset, London was already glowing, the streets alive with their usual hum of late-night promise. But inside a tucked-away rooftop venue, something even brighter was about to happen. A reunion no one knew they needed until it was already unfolding. Matilda arrived first. She stepped out of the car with the kind of quiet confidence that turned heads without trying. The city lights caught the edges of her smile as she paused for a moment, taking it all in. It had been a while since everything felt light. Tonight, though, felt different. Upstairs, the music pulsed softly, building like anticipation itself. She slipped into the venue, greeted by warm lighting, laughter, and the kind of atmosphere that makes you forget the outside world exists. And then, "Matilda!" The voice cut through everything. Harriett. They collided in a hug that was part laughter, part disbelief, and part relief. The kind of hug that said, "We made it through everything," without needing to explain what everything was. "You look insane," Harriett grinned, pulling back just enough to take her in. "So do you," Matilda shot back, and for a second it felt like no time had passed at all. Jessy arrived moments later, bringing with her a burst of energy that shifted the entire room. "You started without me?" she teased, though her smile gave away how happy she was to see them. The three of them stood there for a moment, just a moment, taking each other in. Not as headlines, not as names people debated online, but simply as themselves. Friends. And that mattered more than anything else. The night unfolded quickly after that. Drinks appeared, music grew louder, and the rooftop filled with movement and light. Conversations overlapped, laughter echoed, and for once, nothing felt staged or watched. That's when she arrived. Sam Thompson's model girlfriend slipped into the party almost unnoticed at first, but not for long. There was something effortlessly striking about her presence, a calm confidence that balanced perfectly with the electric energy of the room. Jessy spotted her first. "Okay," she said, nudging the others, "we need to go say hi." Matilda raised an eyebrow, amused. "Do we?" "Yes, we absolutely do." Introductions were easy. No awkwardness, no pretense, just genuine smiles and an instant sense that this was going to be one of those nights, the kind that doesn't try too hard, yet somehow becomes unforgettable anyway. "You guys look like you're having the best time," she said, laughing as she joined their circle. "We are now," Jessy replied, raising her glass. As the hours slipped by, the group found themselves moving together effortlessly, from the bar to the dance floor, from deep conversations to bursts of uncontrollable laughter. Matilda leaned against the railing at one point, looking out over the city. From up there, London felt endless, alive with possibility. Harriett joined her, handing over a drink. Crazy, isn't it? What is? Everything. Matilda smiled, her eyes still on the skyline. Yeah, but nights like this make it feel simple again. Behind them, Jessy was already pulling everyone back toward the music. "No deep chats," she called out. "We're dancing." And just like that, the moment shifted again. The dance floor became their world, flashes of light, bass vibrating through the floor, and a shared energy that didn't need explanation. They danced like no one was watching, even though, in reality, someone always was. But tonight, it didn't matter. At some point, no one could say exactly when, the group ended up in a quieter corner, catching their breath. "Okay," Harriett said, laughing, "this was needed." "Understatement," Jessy added. Matilda nodded, glancing around at the people, the lights, the feeling of it all. "It's weird," she admitted. "You think things change so much, but then you're right back here and it feels like nothing's different." "Maybe the important things don't change," came the reply. They all paused at that, because maybe that's true. Phones came out eventually, of course. Photos were taken, some posed, some completely chaotic. Videos captured laughter mid-sentence, moments that didn't need filters to feel real. But what stood out wasn't what would be posted later, it was everything in between. The unfiltered seconds, the shared looks, the kind of connection that doesn't translate fully through a screen, but exists anyway. As the night began to wind down, the energy softened. The music slowed, the crowd thinned, and the city outside seemed quieter somehow. They stepped out together, the cool night air a stark contrast to the warmth they were leaving behind. For a moment, no one said anything. Then Jessy broke the silence. "Same time next week?" They all laughed, but no one said no, because some nights aren't just nights. They're reminders of who you are, of who you were, of the people who knew you before everything got complicated and still choose to stand beside you after. And as they disappeared into the glowing streets of London, one thing was certain. This wasn't just a reunion. It was the start of something all over again.